Superstar Rhys Darby joins us on the air. He's, where is he? New Zealand, Los Angeles. You never know with this bloke. He's all over the shop. In life, in career choice, I've noticed that he's climbed the grand scale in celebrity status of having his own, now brace yourself everyone, his own webisode.
Hey, Rhys.
It's unbelievable.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
Where are you, Rhys?
I'm in Matakana in New Zealand.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, and do you know what? New Zealand and Australia are both being applauded for how we're handling the COVID crisis.
That's right, yeah.
And your Prime Minister is absolutely loved worldwide.
She's done a great job. We're very proud of her here. We're called the 5 Million Village. We're doing it together. She's our leader.
Yeah.
We've nailed it.
She's fantastic, isn't she?
I did see a very cheeky journalist in the last week dare question your wonderful Prime Minister about why she is dyeing her hair. Is she covering up the greys? I thought, it's not the right time and place. This is not 1990. Do you know,
Yeah,
are you aware of
exactly.
this terrible tragedy that has come out of your news?
Yeah, I saw that the other day. We just kind of scoff at that. I mean, I think that person looks like a bit of a dickhead.
Dickhead. I love the accent.
That's how we say it.
Yeah. It always sounds so cute when the New Zealanders say it.
does,
If we say
doesn't it?
dickhead, it sounds so harsh,
Oh,
but you
we're
say
very-
dickhead and it sounds cute.
Yeah, we try to put a foot wrong, but we just can't. You should see me when I'm angry at my kids. They just laugh at me. Go to bed, you guys.
So what's the webisodes about, Rhys? Tell us about it.
Well, we got locked down here, obviously, like the rest of the world. In New Zealand, we couldn't move. So I was lucky enough to be isolated with some friends who were also involved in the entertainment industry. So we have a director here. We've got some actors, a couple of producers, and some cameras. So we thought, let's just make a show. So we put together this show called The Alone Rangers. And it's I guess it's kind of like a chat show come sitcom.
Yes,
great.
about park rangers, right? So you're not you're not wearing masks and riding horses. You're in khaki and you're taking care of wilderness parks, right?
Mainly trees,
Yes,
sort
and
of. There's
grass.
not many ferocious animals in New Zealand, so the rangers here are pretty shrub heavy. But there's some good bird life.
What's
But
the
yeah,
most
I played this
ferocious?
character. I've been doing him for a while.
What is the most ferocious animal in New Zealand?
That's a good question. There was someone saw a spider once that apparently was vicious. But that's just a rumor.
But no footage of it. Just a rumor.
Yeah, that's sort of a folk tale down at the pub, you know. There's a deadly spider, but apart from that, and that might have gone now. There's been a few photographs of it, but they were sort of blurry.
Yeah, like our panther that wanders around the mountains here.
There's a rumour that we've got a panther roaming around not far out of Sydney.
I tell you what, you do.
You think we do?
I think you do, and of course, we actually have that as well down in Canterbury. There's they call them alien big cats, ABCs. So they're wild cats that have been released, or someone's had a big cat as a present.
No, this
and let
isn't a
it go.
domestic cat that like you have in New Zealand. This is a fully blown, like at the circus, panther. It's not just a big cat that's eating well. It's a panther.
No, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. It is a big cat. It's a big cat.
Yeah, that's a big
But
cat.
a lot of it is perspective based. So you got to see where these photographs are coming from. What are the angles?
Yes.
Yep.
That is true.
Look for footprints. That's my big one. And also scat.
Yes. There's a lot of scat searching going on here. Don't understand why. It must be a whole sort of subculture. It's the same people that love Bigfoot and the Yeti and the Yowie and all the. Do you have those in New Zealand?
Well, we don't have the Yowie. No, there was rumour of a hairy mohau once years ago.
What's that?
A possible circus release. But yet again, that There's one photo, if you can get it, and there's him, a cat, and a mysterious spider together on a rock. Now, that's worth thousands.
So basically, nothing kills you in New Zealand.
Nothing.
It's like the safest place in the world. In fact, everyone is buying up there, aren't they?
Hang on. I wouldn't say nothing kills New Zealand. I've watched Police 10-7. Terrible name for a New Zealand police show. 10-7. And just a wild night out on the piss could kill you in New Zealand, I've noticed.
Yeah, I mean, we like a drink, and of course, rugby balls are thrown left, right, and centre, so
Yeah.
there's the odd injury there. But no, you're right. People are buying up. They're trying to get here. We're quite stringent. We say, hey, look, we can't take you all. And there's a few billionaires turning up.
Yes,
And if you
I've
heard the
that.
latest, Noel Edmonds is here.
Noel Edmonds?
Who's that?
Remember him?
No.
Who's that?
Oh, okay.
Who's
Didn't
he?
get that show in Australia.
What is that
Noel
show?
Edmonds' house party.
No.
He's a big UK celebrity.
No, we
You know,
don't.
is he?
Lobby. There's no
Blobby.
such thing in Australia as a UK celebrity.
Oh, okay.
No. We take all our celebrities from America only.
I might be reminding myself of when I lived in the UK. I don't think he's that big here either, actually, because he was on the news the other night and the guy had to ask, so is it Noel Edmonds or... Did you do the cookbook? Yeah, there was a bit of confusion. So you're not alone.
Back to the webisodes. Is this the end
Yes.
for you, or is this a beginning of a new chapter, or is it the writing on the wall that, like, the big movies that you've done and the TV shows, they're gone now, or what is this?
I think what it proves is that no matter what my situation, I'm still producing world-breaking, fantastic entertainment.
That could be a way of looking at it. Yeah, I actually didn't. I only watched the opener of one show. How far in should I watch? Should I watch the whole series, or?
Oh, you want to go all the way, baby.
Right.
Yeah, there's six episodes. They're only 10, 12 minutes each.
Oh, it's a big commitment to
it
take
gets
a whole
stronger and
season.
stronger.
Oh, that's good. Where do you find it? Like, what do you search on? It's on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel, which is a fairly new channel. It's not huge, but I'm trying to get those viewers up. Just Google Rhys Darby, The Lone Ranger Show, I guess. I mean, that'll be. That's
It's
what
a
I'd
real
do.
sell line you've got
think
for the
that's what I have
marketing there.
done.
I love that. I can't wait to see that on a billboard. Visit Rhys Darby, Lone Ranger, I guess. Never before has someone sold their art so forcefully.
Look, there's an Australian in it. It's actually
know.
my friend Jono. He's a Broadway actor. We had to get a really good actor to play an Australian.
Broadway?
The accent is difficult. He
So
nailed it.
He is Australian, or he is playing
No,
Australian?
he's not. No, he's a New Zealander, but he's had some actor training.
Oh, so he can put on a good Aussie accent?
Yeah, so he can do up to 3 different accents.
Wow, gee.
Oh,
he's
wow,
one
what
of
a
our
talented
best.
man. Hey, speaking of your best, is New Zealand aware that Australia often claims your talent as our own? Like, a lot of people that we think are Australian aren't. They're born in New Zealand.
Like who?
And
Who?
Yeah.
there's Crowded House. I think
They're
even
Australian.
no, they were born in New
No,
Zealand.
they had a rental property or something they were renting out in New Zealand, weren't they?
Russell Crowe is also
look,
from New Zealand.
that's
he's-
no, contention, that one. That's Neil Finn. You know he's a New Zealand icon.
yeah. But
So
we
they
often
say.
claim a lot of New Zealanders as Australians.
What about the?
Oh, absolutely.
And you said Russell. Now we all know Russell's. He wouldn't be seen dead in New Zealand. Russell, would he?
Well, he was seen alive here. He was born here. I don't know if he's been back for a while.
And then he chose to leave that place because there was nothing going for him there. And when he's come to Australia and thrived as one of the world's greatest actors.
Yeah.
Who
I
else
think that
is
was
there?
in America, though, wasn't it? Most
Well,
of that.
possibly, yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
He started on Neighbours here,
He
to be
started.
fair.
Remember Romper Stomper? That's what made him famous. That was Australian.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
No,
that
you're
we
right.
claim?
I mean, there's a lot of claiming going on. It goes all the way back to Phar Lap, doesn't it? We kind of share.
Hang on, what do you mean
What?
Phar Lap? Phar Lap's got
Phar Lap's-
nothing to do with New Zealand.
Is Phar Lap a New Zealand horse?
Yeah, I was born in New Zealand, you drongos.
No
to use
way.
one of your words.
No way. I don't believe that.
New Zealand horse.
No,
I've never
it's
heard that.
Australian.
I've never
He's
heard that.
Australian.
We have the skeleton here in New Zealand in the museum.
You're lying.
No, I don't believe
I think
that.
you guys have got the hide. You've got a heart. Someone's got the heart. His heart was 20 times bigger than a normal horse.
Yeah, that's right. And obviously, no drugs were injected into that horse back in the day. It just happened to have a gigantic heart. Anyone else, Jackie? that you
Yep,
think?
I'll tell you who else.
Yeah.
Keith Urban. He was born in New
excuse
Zealand.
me. There's no way.
Yeah.
He was born in Caboolture in Queensland.
He's apparently was born in New Zealand, right, Rhys? Is that right?
I think
you
so.
don't
It
know.
rings a bell.
Yeah, rings a bell. I tell you what, it's not just people though. Like we claim the pavlova is Australian, but apparently that
Exactly.
started in New
That's ours.
Zealand.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You've got to watch
humiliating.
the Alone Rangers. I bring this up all the time.
Do you bring all this
That's
up
on one of
the
the episodes.
What, within a 7-minute episode, you can get all this in the one episode?
You should see it, guys. The writing is phenomenal.
Wow. That's incredible.
And have you done all the writing for it?
I have actually done it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not boasting here, but it's funny you should ask. I did do the writing. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, it sounds fantastic. I love that. So you really do bring up the pavlova, do you?
yeah, we do because it's just that whole thing of like Aussies not even having any idea that some of that stuff that they claim is actually from us. It's just that big brother thing of we matter so little to you guys that you don't even. What? Yeah, pavlova's ours. Who are you anyway, mate? It's that kind of.
What
Arrogance, arrogance, I think is what you're saying.
chocolate-covered strawberries? That's Australian, right? You guys didn't come up with that.
Oh,
I
who
don't know
did
whose
though?
that is. That sounds English to me.
No, the English, they don't have that
I'll
rubbish.
give you Tim Tams. You can have that
yeah,
much.
Yes, Tim Tams,
Yeah,
that's
Tim
ours.
Tams.
And
Yep.
I'll
They
give
rock.
you Dave Dobbin, Slice
Oh,
of
thank
Heaven.
you.
Oh, now that was a good song though.
That's New Zealand legendary status there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks
I mean,
for that
is
one.
he?
Yeah,
Does he
we'll
still
take
live?
that.
Yeah. Does he still live there, Dave Dobbin? Like, is he
Yeah,
anything?
he's still here, rocking it. Absolutely.
Rocket, he's done one song. He's got nothing else. This poor bastard's done one song.
how dare
He's
you.
living high on that one track.
Maybe Kyle, we've
What
only
about
heard one
I'm
song.
a whaling out on my boat?
Never heard it. Guess who
No
else?
wonder that
song.
never got to us.
Oh, you've got also Sex Pest, the guy who used to be on the Today Show in America. He left and went to New
Oh, Matt
Zealand.
Lauer,
Yeah,
he did.
to Predator
yeah.
Island. Is that the North Island? Predator Island? What is it?
No, is he over here, is he?
Yeah, he's living
I'll
there.
get him moved. That's not
Yeah.
right.
Do
Okay,
you have
I'll
that
make
power?
some phone calls.
Yeah, make some
Yeah,
calls.
I feel like you would be New Zealand's little national hero in a way, wouldn't you,
100%.
Rhys?
Who else would be?
Of course I am. Yeah, that's why I get these big jobs. Like I'm on the radio with you guys now.
Mm-hmm.
Not anyone can get that.
No. That is true. That is true.
Hey, I've also got a podcast I want to pitch. Actually, I don't need to pitch it. I've already made it.
What is it?
I want to plug it.
What do you do? What's on it? What do you got
It's
on
called
there?
Aliens Like Us.
Oh yeah, and who?
It's on Spotify. It's all about UFOs and weird stuff, paranormal.
Oh, right. I
ET
suppose you
situations.
got all worked up and you got all sort of interested in this when you appeared on the X-Files show, right?
Yeah, that was sort of part of it. Definitely.
That was one of your better
Once I
roles,
sort
I
of got on the
noticed.
inner circle.
Yeah.
What's that?
That was one of your better roles on the X-Files. Weren't you a giant lizard man or something like that?
Yeah, that was definitely top 3. I mean, there's so many roles, but
Oh, you know what? I got
That's
so
iconic
jealous the
for
other
sure.
day. I was watching Jumanji, and there
Yeah.
pops up Rhys Darby again in another great role, and it is a good role. But I thought anyone could do that. Why did they give that to you? Out of all the actors they could have chosen for Jumanji, like
Yeah.
you did a great job. Don't get me wrong, and I was super jealous. But I thought,
But think about it. If you end up in another dimension and there's someone there that isn't quite human and you can't kind of put your you can't quite put them in a pigeonhole.
Yeah.
It's me, isn't it?
You're right. Well, you're right. You can play multitude of different types of folks.
You do, yeah. You're very diverse with the roles you take on.
And also, when they called me up, they said, "Can you drive a Land Rover?" I said, "Yeah." So it said, "You're in."
You're in.
There you go.
Straight away, you got it.
Well, look, my ex-army training, you see.
Oh, so you're in the army as well?
Yeah, the New Zealand Army.
Well, which has never been deployed anywhere ever for any reason.
It has.
It has not. What have they done?
You guys have claimed it for a long time ago.
That's right.
Like, that's ours, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. That's part of the biscuit thing, isn't it? The Anzac.
Anzac,
That's
yeah.
right.
Anzacs,
the Anzac biscuit.
Yeah.
Well, Rhys Darby, you're going to check out the new web series, The Alone Rangers. It's on YouTube now. And you don't need this is great for isolation. If you need to waste an hour, you can watch the entire season in an hour, right?
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Absolutely.
I do admire you. I'm glad that I'm me.
Thank you.
I know that you've done a lot of work. But but a friend pointed out, because I was bitching to you about a friend, and I was like, this Rhys Darby, he's good, but he's why does he get all these roles, and how come I haven't got him? And then I brought up the Modern Family fiasco. And
it all started with Modern Family, didn't it?
Yeah, that's when I first knew, who's this bloke? A lot of people said, what about Flight of the Conchords? Try to watch that. It's not for me. It's on cable here at the moment, by the way. It's on cable. I watched the last 3 minutes of an episode on the weekend, and I think it would have been hilarious if I'd have known what the story was about. I just got the last bit, though.
Wait, well, that's not fair then.
No, it's not. It's not. And I'm being
you
honest.
want to start at the beginning, mate.
Yeah. That's a much better place to start. But, I was bitching about you, and he just said, hey, he's done all these jobs and all this stuff, and what sort of car does he drive? And I said, I don't know. I never asked him what sort of car he drives.
Oh, so, what car do you drive, Rhys?
Well, which one? I mean, there's quite a few.
Name all the cars. Name the brands.
In all seriousness, I've had some pretty cool cars over the years.
Yeah, like what?
Well, my first car was an MG.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
No,
that's
it's
for
not.
first car.
If you're an 18-year-old
That was my
hairdresser, that's
first
cool.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And that was back in 1991.
Yeah.
My second car was.
We haven't got all day to go through.
I just want to say some of my cool cars.
Yeah,
like
you can
my,
the cool ones, yeah.
Mercedes 280E, 1980.
The 280E.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
You've got good taste in cars.
Hang on
like
a second.
classics, little classics.
A 280E,
Yeah, like classics.
that's no good.
Yeah.
No.
What's wrong with that?
Well, the numbers are the size of the engine. The 280E, that's a small engine.
Oh, it sounds pretty big to me. 280.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
No, I think it's barely even a 6-cylinder, isn't it?
It's bigger than a Kawasaki 250, which my brother was riding round on.
Oh, well, I love the competition between the brother. What's the best car ever? What are you driving now?
Well, now we've got a hire car here in New Zealand.
A hire car.
What, like from
Yeah, we've
Hertz?
hired one because we do have an X5, but it needed fixing, so we have that.
Right.
What is an
A
X5?
BMW four-wheel drive.
Right.
Yeah.
BMW, yeah.
Yeah,
It
that
needed
sounds good.
That sounds old, is it? Is it old? If it needed fixing.
Oh, it's an old one, yeah. It's like 10, 15 years
Oh,
old. It's
my
cool though.
God.
It's British racing green. It's like
Nice.
it's like the first X5 that came to New Zealand, I think. It's got
Wow.
a DVD player in it.
Does it?
Amazing.
Yeah.
DVD player in it. Okay, well, I feel so much better about myself now.
I keep it real these days.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I like that. You're a decent man, Rhys, that makes
Oh, thank you.
decent quality productions. And I'm
I
saying
like
that
to
with
think so. I like to work hard, but I'm happier when I'm creating stuff, I guess.
That's nice. I love that. Okay, if you want to check out his webisodes, YouTube is the place to go. That's where it's
That's
all
right. Search up Rhys Darby. Love you, Rhys. Thanks for coming
do
on.
love
It's
you,
good to
Rhys.
Zoom you. Let's Zoom more often rather than phone calls.
Yeah,
Oh, who's
Zoom's
that?
more fun, isn't it?
Who's that
Who's that in the
rando?
background?
Who's that rando that walked past in the background there?
That's my wife, Rosie. She's just gone to fix the fire. We've got the fire going.
Oh, is it
how
cold?
See the fire?
lovely. Yeah.
How's the fire?
Where's the fire? Hang on, let me try and get
it doesn't look like you've made much.
Oh,
of a
God, that's the
start on
world's
it.
worst fire.
That's like I could light my lighter and be the same.
Rosie, get some more wood on there. It's not looking good.
Thank you, Rhys. Thank you, Rosie. Appreciate it. If you want to go and check it out, YouTube, it's a great series. The Alone Rangers. If you want to laugh, that's where you go. Thanks, Rhys. Nice
Thanks,
to see you, mate.
Rhys.
See you soon, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Rhys Darby.
Take it
You're a
easy.
kid.
The Kyle and Jackie O Show.